So this gentleman here, and I blocked out his name, but it starts with V, so I'm going to call him V. In his infinite wisdom, he says, I spent 5 years in North Carolina. All I can tell, you people are weird. Well, first of all, why is it that people that are the most critical have no content of their own? I checked your page, V, and there ain't nothing there. Second of all, why do these trolls have the worst sentence structure and the worst spelling? I'm sure he meant to say weird, but he said weird. He spelt it, he dealt it, so I'm going to call it weird through this whole video. And thirdly, and most importantly, does he think that's an insult? Bless your heart, V. We're proud to be thought of as weird. We are weird. I'm the first one to admit that I am. I'll tell you, I'm half woman, half feral all day long. We want y'all to think we're weird, and I'm glad you thought that and that you left. We're welcoming and kind if you're respectful to our culture and our way of life and our way of speaking. But these people that come in from the north and the west from these big cities and try to turn us into what they just were trying to get away from, just go ahead and know that we're weird, and we always are going to be weird. But speaking of spelling, here's a fun fact, and I don't mean to brag, but in 4th grade, I was a spelling bee champ. And no, it wasn't a one-room schoolhouse, and we didn't have just 3-letter words. It's the real deal. And I kept winning. We started out on each individual classroom. I kept winning. Then we played other classrooms. I kept winning. And then we had finalists that had to go before the whole entire school. And I was one of them. And I didn't want to do it because I was awful shy back then. And I was crying about it the night before because I was so nervous about it. But I'm also Generation X and from the South, and you don't quit nothing. My mama, she gave me words of encouragement, but I wasn't allowed to step out of it. I had to do it. I had to see it through. She wasn't mean about it, and she did calm me down. So the next day, I got up there and spelled my behind off. But I finally got eliminated, and I was glad of it. But guess who won the whole thing? Her name was Linda. Linda has haunted me my whole life. Never been so proud to lose anything in my entire life. I was glad it was over with. And the next year in 5th grade, I wasn't going to have this. So when we started doing spelling bees, the very first one we had, I purposefully misspelled a word. I've never been so glad to be told to sit down. And y'all might think I'm dumb as hair, but I double dog dare y'all to challenge me to a game of Scrabble, board game or online Scrabble. You're going to lose. Anyway, we're weird and we're proud of it. The end.